What's up, folks? Today, we're headed to Michigan. I don't like going to Michigan because, for me, it represents the tolerance threshold for government overreach where I will still conduct commerce within the state. Like, I'll buy from China before I shop in California because at least the Chinese Communist Party openly oppresses its citizens, whereas the state of California tries to act like they're doing something for the public good and mask it. We're headed to Michigan today because it's actually the state of Ohio that is stifling my freedoms this time around. And we'll speak more specifically about that a little bit later in the video. My final destination was to the Leviathan Group because they're holding the project for me. While I was there, I took a tour of their new offices, including their armory. Lots of cool stuff in there. The subject matter of today's video is Exothermic Technologies. They have two models of flamethrower. The Pulsefire LRT, which is one that you've seen us play with previously on the channel, and then the UBF, which is the Under-barrel variant. Both devices operate via an electrical pulse arc supplied as the fuel leaves the unit. They are powered with a removable power pack that charges with the included wall unit. Their fuel reservoirs are accessed from a screw cap located on the side of the device. Today we'll be using a 50-50 mix of diesel and gasoline to generate a controlled burn agent. Is that the included hardware?
Yeah, it's code ACC20 saves 20% too.
Both units have a kill switch that dumps or supplies the electrical power when actuated, and an integral display that denotes the voltage to tell you when it's starting to wane. The trigger mechanism is a momentary push button, and the UBF is unshielded, located on the knurled grip towards the front, and the LRT variant has a thumb trigger with a safety shield located just above the rear grip. America! We have ourselves a dryer box full of my cameraman's garbage. I tell you what, it's a good thing that we picked a cold day today. All right, boys and girls, well, it looks like that is going to take a minute to burn down. So while we do that, we're going to move on to our second target. What I have here is an entire box of popcorn. And yes, I got the movie theater butter version. So what we're going to do, just in case this doesn't work, we're going to take one packet out of this box in case we need to throw it in like a monster can or something like that. But the rest of this, I'm going to seal up and tape it up. And we're going to set it over there and smack it with the Under-barrel variant. Moving to our reserve. Well, not everything works all the time. Good idea in theory. Okay, so maybe a marginal idea at best. We actually do have some popping of the popcorn. It's just not as climactic as we thought it was going to be. So we're gonna go ahead and set up for the next test. And I'm not gonna promise. I suspect that this one is gonna be much more climactic and hopefully will give us something to look at. Many of you who are homeowners will know what this is. This is expanding spray foam. And when these things get depleted, they basically create a big gas bubble with a bunch of glue in the bottom of it. When you put them in a fire, they do fun things. So what we're gonna do today is we've got a space prepped right here that hopefully will keep us from getting covered in goo, but also allow us to blow these things up. So let's see what we can get done. Hey, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. doing?
Before we started this, I said that this tripod was probably going to be retired. I don't know. I think after it dries, I'll just throw it in the bed of my truck and we'll just set it up on a table like this. It'll be like, there's no way I can use any of these articulating points anymore.
I bet not.
Because they're all glued shut now, but don't forget that you can indirectly support the channel by visiting our affiliates page, which has a link in the description box down below, where you'll find discount codes and links to brands that we stand behind, as well as our continuous channel sponsors like PowerTac. That said, we had a great time out there. I hope that y'all had as much fun watching the compilation of the video as we had making it. But I said at the beginning of the video that we would spend a little bit of time talking about why it is that I had to drive all the way to Michigan to do this one. Well, in the state of Ohio, incendiary devices like this one are classified as dangerous ordnance. Now, for those of you who want to argue with me on this one, I welcome it. Please talk to me in the comment section down below. I will have the relevant sections of the law listed on screen over here so you can not only read them briefly, but also look them up and decipher them for yourselves. I have consulted an attorney that specializes in this area of the law, and they believe that this is also classified as dangerous ordnance in the state of Ohio. So what does that mean? Well, that means that you have to obtain a BSSA 1 permit, and that is a permit for dangerous ordnance possession. It is either a permanent license or a temporary permit, depending on what it is that you're doing. And the legal basis of this is somewhat outdated. There are several sections that have since been pulled out of the dangerous ordnance provision, but basically you can think of it like this. It allows farmers in the state and other professions to obtain explosives and pyrotechnics. Say you're a farmer and you want to blow up a stump or something like that. And it is a provision that allows you to temporarily procure explosives to be able to do that. The BSSA 1 form is not a form that you can just simply Google and go find on the internet. It is sequestered behind the possession of the Buckeye Sheriff's Association, and they are the only people who have access to it. You basically have to fill out the form that they supply to you, unless of course you have an alternate means to obtain them. Now, this is a shall issue thing, so basically if you can get a handgun in the state of Ohio, then you get a BSSA 1 permit, and it's like a $50 thing. Am I happy about paying a sin tax for my constitutionally protected, God-given, and inalienable rights? No, I'm not, but I also have work to do. So the state that I'm currently in is I contacted my sheriff. They said, no, we don't do that sort of thing. You need to call the ATF and the state fire marshal. I said, no. You're wrong. It's your purview. But I called the state fire marshal anyway. Talked to several people there. They confirmed that this is a thing in the state of Ohio, but they also confirmed that I am correct and that the sheriff has to issue it. So I contacted them back and they're like, all right, well, we'll get back to you after we do it. And basically we're in the state of avoidance right now. So I just had to keep pushing that and pushing. The squeaky wheel gets the grease type thing. And I will update you guys after I get my permit and it all comes to pass, and maybe we'll do some more videos with the exothermic stuff. So thank you guys for watching, and special thanks to our Patreon and Subscribe Star people, as well as our channel members here at YouTube that help keep the lights on.